Well, hello and welcome everyone to this Wednesday's presentation of attracting new clients with RightCapital's prospecting videos. My name is Daniel Gregoire and I manage RightCapital's training team, and we're really excited to bring you this content today that really is going to help you all understand the best practices for leveraging some of our free marketing resources that you have available to you here at RightCapital. Now, this is going to be a nice easy walkthrough of some great articles that we provide to you and some great instructional content. But I do want to remind all of you, if you're maybe newer to Right Capital, that we in fact have, of course, a variety of these types of webinars available to you. And of course, we ask that you communicate with us during these webinars so we can answer any questions that you may have. So essentially what we have here is the GoToWebinar control panel, usually on the right side of your screen, and it's where there is a questions drop-down menu. And if you have specific questions or requests or even feedback during our presentations, I encourage you to use this time and to use myself as a resource for you to communicate with. So again, this is going to be a great conversation that is not only recorded on Right Capital's Help Center, but will also be something that, of course, you have the option to interact with today during this live presentation of attracting new clients with Right Capital's prospecting videos. Now, our goals today are pretty simple. Our thought process is we first want to make sure you're aware of all the wonderful marketing resources and prospecting resources that come free with your Right Capital subscription at no additional cost. Now, that's going to be, talking about everything from our prospecting URL that you can embed in your website or your social media or even your prospecting videos, for example, so people can click a link and immediately start building a financial plan under your subscription to Right Capital. You as the advisor would then passively gain a client. You could then invite them to create a touch point with you, as you'd be email notified of, for example, any new clients that were entered in the system. And there's going to be just lots of great opportunities here to market yourself and your firm to make sure that you're getting the most out of the system you have available to you here at Right Capital. But again, through the whole process, we want to make sure you know where to find things like our marketing flyers, our marketing videos, how to actually take those, brand them, and share them on your own social media or your own websites. And then, of course, we want to also make sure you're comfortable, with the process. So we invite you to ask us any questions you have as we make our way through the content today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Right Capital and start talking through those key resources. Now, I'm going to just quickly switch over to my Right Capital login, and we'll be able to start, talking through some of this information together. So, one thing I will say though up front is that everyone, here is, in a place where you likely have a lot of great resources at your disposal, but you might want to just check with your individual relationships with, if you're, let's say, a member of a broker dealer or a firm on essentially what is available to you for marketing to your clients. Are you allowed to leverage our prospecting videos, for example, for your own use, or invite clients to access Right Capital software, things like that. Just good to keep an eye out for. Now, I also just want to first kind of let everyone know that Right Capital software has some great prospecting tools that can be passively used to gain new clients, and they relate very importantly to the conversation that we're having today, because of course every video that we are going to talk about, every marketing style campaign you can think of could incorporate some really important prospecting tools that we give you here at Right Capital. So number one, I just want to make sure you're all aware that every subscription in Right Capital comes with what we call a lead generating URL. So here in the gear icon account tab under profile of the advisor portal, I can scroll to the bottom of my screen and I'm going to see that Right Capital is providing me a Right Capital leads URL. Now, the thought process here is that this is a URL that is specific to myself as a financial advisor and specific to my login to Right Capital. If I were to embed this URL, let's say into a marketing email or a social media post, and have maybe just a quick hyperlink that says, click here to start your financial planning journey with me, and a client were to click that, or a prospect were to click that, that individual would essentially be launched into the area where they can build a financial plan under your subscription. So when they click that link, they would generally see the option to create a password to log in to their financial portal. And what they'd also see is that when they actually set that password and click next, they would be brought to this exact screen, these 6 initial steps of data entry that they can use to build a financial plan. But once they hit complete, they wouldn't see any of the outputs. Rather, they would just be seeing the data entry. You as the advisor would then be email notified that a new prospect has appeared within your client list. And of course, those prospects, for example, are people who you can, access. You'd be able to see their name. You'd be able to, edit their access to the software to give them different levels of permission to data within this planning access tab, where they can check off different features, and you can create touch points with those clients. And I just want to remind everyone that that is, of course, a great feature that's, again, available in every subscription to Right Capital under the gear icon, account tab, profile. Now, beyond, of course, just having an area to capture prospects that are using your social media or accessing your website, or maybe viewing a prospecting video that you have branded and shared on your own from Right Capital, which is going to be the point of today's conversation. I also want to remind you that once those prospects become your clients, they can even access the Right Capital platform through a fully branded login experience that showcases your logo, your color themes, and essentially reinforces your branding message to those individuals. And again, that area to find our branded login page URL is also in the gear icon account tab of Right Capital, and it's under the customization area. So here is the branded login page. And again, this is just a URL that can be embedded within a hyperlink. So maybe on your website, there's a box that says log into your financial plan here. The client would click that box, and they would essentially be clicking this link that would allow them to access Right Capital through a branded login screen. So they don't have to essentially go to rightcapital.com in order to leverage their financial portal that's through you, their trusted advisor. So I think both of those features are important, just to know that they're there, and have that in the back of our mind as we're looking at some of these other marketing resources, because in many cases we'll be combining those two to create a more effective call to action for the clients. So again, what we're going to do now, everyone, is beyond understanding the value of that Right Capital leads URL in the gear icon account profile tab, or the branded login page within the gear icon account customization tool. I really want to call everyone's attention today to Right Capital's Help Center. Now, for those of you who are newer to our system, this is a great area. So, in the Help Center, there's lots of great features that we have, great videos and webinars, and this is actually where we're going to post this webinar that we have today, for future reference for you as our advisor. But one of the main areas that I think is really important to understand are all the great marketing and prospecting materials that are available to you here at Right Capital. So whether you're just keyword searching prospecting videos or flyers, I want to just make sure that you're all aware, there's a great section devoted to marketing and prospecting, where we have everything from growth program materials that outline social media campaigns and email funnels that you can build out, but we also have great marketing flyers that you can leverage, great marketing videos, and we're even going to walk you through how to go about branding and sharing that information for your clients so you can really own that as your own. So first, of course, I'll just mention, great flyers are available to you here at Right Capital that you can enter your own firm information on. You can enter your own contact details on. They're all downloadable here for your use. So even just great generic ones, but from being retirement ready to savings to optimizing Social Security and creating tax efficient distributions and beyond, there's a lot of great information here for all of you to leverage. But our focus today is not so much on the marketing and prospecting flyers, rather it will be on the prospecting videos themselves. So as I click prospecting videos here, we'll be able to see all the great videos that Right Capital provides for you. So we have, great videos with both male and female voiceovers on things like navigating market uncertainty, a great one for the current times we're in. They're all hosted here on video. We can see, on Vimeo. We can also see, for example, how long they are, if there's any, Right Capital branding or FINRA letter associated. But here we can just see the raw data on the specs on these films. I should say on these videos, and you can watch them and pick out which one you like best, whether it's the female voiceover for navigating market uncertainty, or maybe a quick prospecting video on changing your financial future. But these are all available to us for use, and even understanding the value of staying on top of your financial plan, for example. But this is different from, let's say, some of our client-facing resources. We have videos on walking through the data entry process that you can embed into your welcome emails from Right Capital, for example. But these prospecting videos are specifically here for you to use, for you to be able to brand them, market them on your own, and leverage them to maybe attract some new prospects into your firm. So, of course, we can see the videos here, we can play them as needed. I won't do that just for the sake of our audio, but you'd be able to watch these videos, pick out the ones you want. And then if you're wondering, which I know a lot of you might be, well, what are the next steps? How do I go about taking these videos and turning them into actionable results for my firm and for the clients? So one of the main articles that I really like is this one that focuses on how to brand and share prospecting videos. And so again, we have this marketing and prospecting category within the Help Center. We can then click on how to brand and share those prospecting videos. And we're going to see a step-by-step guide on what this process looks like. So if you're not looking to customize anything, there's lots of ways to share these videos. Now, the logic here is that you can access the video hosting sites like Vimeo that we work with. You can do things like download or share those videos directly from that hosting site, where you can also, embed different links, or you can, just share via social media directly from that Vimeo channel. But remember, there may be a lot of you who are looking to potentially brand these different videos, and of course, there's lots of ways that we can, just again share these through email, through social media, embedding them in your own web page. But what if we want to actually take the time to use, let's say, a video hosting site that is not related to the site that we host them on, to maybe include some free custom branding and use that site to host your videos, for example. And so this is the process that I want to make sure all of you are comfortable with today, because simply sharing the videos that we host is relatively straightforward. So for example, if I was looking to share this navigating market uncertainty video with a female voiceover, I could very easily just access the actual video here, and I could simply share this video, right, just by clicking the share icon. So whether that's clicking it here, or whether it's clicking at the bottom of the page, this would allow me to choose how I'm sharing this. Is it social media? Is it an email? Is it an embedded code that I'm building into a website? I could copy paste that right into the the actual coding of a website to show that video. But again, that's pretty straightforward, right? Click share, send the email, click the social media link, and voila. That's how we could share this exact video without adjusting it at all. But we know that, again, many of you are going to be interested in taking the next steps, maybe applying your own logos, you're applying your own, leads URL to appear on the top of the screen that says, click here to start your financial planning journey with me today. So when the client's watching the video, they can click that pop-up and be brought to creating a financial plan under your subscription to Right Capital. So what we're going to do is actually walk through that process, which involves first downloading this video onto our computer using the download feature in Vimeo. We're then going to choose, what size we're looking for. So are you looking to have this, streamable, smaller sizes for a mobile device, or are you looking for something that's going to appear in higher quality on, your desktop computer? And in those cases, maybe you want to go for something like a 1080p download, but the more scale you have, the larger the file size. So just be aware of that for your computer. But again, you can access our videos, click download, choose the file size, and you'll see that video is actually going to be downloaded right to your desktop, your browser. And then at that point, you can just simply upload a video to a hosting site of your choice. Now, there's a lot of them out there, and ultimately, a lot of them are free up to a certain level of content. And we're going to show you one today that is free. It's not one that we're connected with in any way. We're simply just showing an example of a free option that you can use. If you don't have a whole lot of video content, you're not looking to support hundreds of videos, and maybe you just want to have a couple prospecting videos that you work with, Wistia is a great option. We're going to use this today as our example, but again, there's many others. YouTube is great, Vimeo is great, but we want to just give you again some examples. So even here within the Help Center article, you're going to see options to access these different these different websites, these different hosting services, and it's a simple access point. Create a username, a login, voila, you're into the system. So let's walk through this process together and use Wistia as an example for what we're going to see today. So as I mentioned in the actual prospecting videos article, there's a link to click to bring us directly to Right Capital's video hosting site, Vimeo. So again, I was able just to click that link right here. I'm brought to our Vimeo platform, and then you as a Right Capital subscriber can just simply download this video. You can then select the size, and what you're going to see is that is going to appear right on your desktop. So you could, again, open it in your Finder. You could, make sure you know where it is. You can save it into a specific folder, maybe even. But that is then downloaded right to your computer. That is an MP4 file. And what we are then going to do is take the steps to upload this to our hosting site. We're going to use Wistia today, and we'll be able to then create some customization. So what I want to just show you here, everyone, is this is my login that I just created, just 25 minutes ago to Wistia. This is an easy process. Like I said here, the free plan includes up to 3 videos, 1 channel and 250 subscribers. If you're looking for more than that, you can maybe find another free service or pay for your services, but this is all just free. So again, we want to make sure that you're comfortable with this process, but it's as simple as visiting your home, clicking create, and just creating a new project, right? And what you can do is very simply just upload a document, right to Right Capital, right to Wistia here. So we have that video file we've just downloaded, Navigating Market Uncertainty. I can very easily just click add, and I can upload that directly from my computer. Very simple, very easy. So know that is something that it's as simple as just clicking add, clicking the video, and you are then able to start building out the data. Now, I just actually uploaded that video, 26 minutes ago before the presentation, just to make sure there was no uploading issues or any things that could go wrong before I get live with all of you today. And as I access this video, here we have the information, navigating market uncertainty with a female voiceover uploaded, just before the webinar today. Now, here is where we can start actually having some fun, right? We know that maybe we want to brand this video with our own firm information. So, we note we don't have Right Capital listed anywhere here. You're free to add your own branding, add your own custom thumbnails to this, which are potentially your own, links to your prospecting videos or other information. But here, as I click customize on the left, I'll have access to all of that great information. So the first thing I might want to do is add my logo to the beginning of this video so that it appears before the video starts. So for that particular example, I might choose to pull in a thumbnail. And so again, we're in this customization area. I just click thumbnail on the left, and I can upload a new image. Now, this image can, include text overlay if I'd like. It can have anything I'd like, inserted. But in this case, I'm just going to essentially upload an image. I'm going to click upload a new image, and I'm going to just pull in a logo file that I have available here at Right Capital. I'm going to just pause the share real quick, so I'll get that pulled up from my individual desktop. I've clicked upload, and what I'm going to then do is just simply select the logo file. So there I have a logo file. I've hit open, and that is then uploading, and here we go. The beginning of this video will then start with my logo file, front and center. So I'm going to turn the volume off so I don't, mess with anyone. But as we can see, the video will then begin with Right Capital's logo. So that is, a great option to leverage as we want to, again, configure all of this. Again, easy as uploading a new image, selecting the image, clicking open, and, building that in. So there we go. That data is then something I can choose to work with, save it, or use other features as needed. So here on the upper left, maybe I really like that. I like the look of that, and I'm going to hit save to lock that in place. Now, maybe there's also, again, opportunities here to attract maybe some of the prospects who are watching this video to let's say, work with our lead generating link, our prospecting tool. So in this case, maybe I want to build in, again, an annotation or a call to action. So for example, if I were to click annotation, I could actually build in, here's a link to click. And I could very simply drop in Right Capital's prospecting URL found in the gear icon account under the profile section. So again, I could just copy paste this URL, directly into that particular here's a link to click area. So I could just copy paste that in. I could, change the verbiage here, maybe, start your financial planning journey today. So this is something we can customize, we can build, we can say when it appears, does it appear in the beginning of the video or at the end of the video? And again, we can save this in place, whenever we want to. But there's really a multitude of options you have available to you. All, many of these are free. So this is, a great opportunity to be able to customize your media, brand your media from Right Capital, letting us do a lot of the work for you. And then you can literally, use this and embed and share it any way you'd like. So whether you're embedding this branded video into your own website or social media, or whether you're looking to simply, provide a share link to this, it's available for you to, again, build into your website, build into, social media, even just have a link that you can, link to here, just that might say, check out our video on navigating market uncertainty, or, really utilizing this any way you need to. But we've layered in not only, the branding, but some ways to engage with prospects in a passive way for these individuals who might be accessing your software. So, perfect. So we had someone who just came in a little late. They asked, what does the lead URL do? Sorry, I came in a few minutes after the bell, no problem. Just a reminder that that leads URL allows you, your clients or prospects that you're working with, to click on that link and actually be immediately brought into the data entry of your financial planning software. So what you see is that you could set up that leads URL within, let's say, your social media, within your marketing emails, within any outreach you have. And if a prospect were to click that, they would set up an access point and then be brought to what we call the 6 initial steps of data entry. These are the building blocks of a financial plan. And when they got through that and clicked complete, they would actually only see this profile tab. They wouldn't see the rest of the tools available to them, but you as the advisor would be email notified that you have a new prospect that's just entered into your client list. And in fact, that prospect is actually going to be directly filtered into a prospect client group by default. Now, of course, you can change where those clients are going to go to by changing your client group settings. But for example, in the gear icon account client groups area, you can say, what is the default lead URL, I should say, group. So default for new leads. So maybe this is prospects, or maybe you have a marketing campaign that ran from May to July. You can label that and set that to capture those new leads during that timeline. But there's some great opportunity here to not only, categorize your prospects that were built out to, just ultimately working with any, group of clients, analyzing those clients within our business intelligence dashboard, and really taking some next steps to advance your client presentations and your lead gen for your firm. So there's a fair amount here for all of you to leverage, but we do want to take some time and answer any questions that have come up. We have, again, a variety of videos available to you, marketing flyers, as well as just a lot of customization that you can leverage, within the Help Center marketing and prospecting materials area. We really like the idea of you branding Right Capital, making it your own. It's your subscription. We want it to reflect your firm, your color themes, and match your other, presence out there, from websites to social media. So understanding that there's lots of great material here for you. There's even, customized email campaigns that you can, use as a basis for your own. And of course, even if you need help just branding Right Capital, it's all here for you. Great question here, was, will this webinar be available in Right Capital's video library? Of course is the answer. So within the webinars area of the Help Center, we actually host every webinar that we do here with you. So here under webinars, upcoming and most recent, we can scroll down, and we'll be able to see not only our upcoming webinars, but we can also watch any previously recorded webinars here just by clicking watch recording on the right. So within a few hours of this webinar finishing today, we will be able to, actually click watch recording, and we'll be able to, leverage that as needed. So ultimately, we want you to be successful and using Right Capital and getting a feel for how you can, take advantage of some of the work that we've done for you, whether it's, prospecting videos or flyers, or, setting up your own prospecting email campaigns. There's a fair amount that we can do here for you to help you build out your business. And a lot of that also comes down to, using some of our content. Maybe we give a presentation to you on tax efficient distribution strategies, and maybe the benefits of looking at intelligent Roth conversions during the decumulation phase of the client's life. Well, those are concepts that you can take from our webinars, you can take from our presentations, and you can repurpose them as your own for your prospects, and ultimately use Right Capital software as the visual backdrop to those educational webinars or seminars that you're providing on your own. So as always, we're here to help Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 p.m. Eastern. If you ever have any questions on leveraging these types of tools, you can always reach out to our support team, whether it's through the live chat feature, whether it's picking up the phone and calling them, or scheduling time with them. Also, if you're newer to Right Capital software, you may also be devoted to that initial onboarding specialist. Those are also great people for you to talk to about this as needed. But again, we really want to genuinely thank all of you for your time here today that you've spent with us. We'll stay on the line here for another, couple minutes just in case any other questions pop up. But we invite you to join us this upcoming, Friday and tomorrow actually for some other great webinars, on, let's say, social security tips and tricks, for example, or even next week for some CFPCE opportunity. So know that that's going to be available. Now, I do see someone raising their hand here. Just want to remind you that we aren't going to be selecting people to turning on the audio. That's just we have a couple too many attendees. We want to keep the audio clutter down. So if you do have a question, just feel free to type it into the GoToWebinar control panel, and I will happily answer it. Perfect. So yeah, everyone, just again, we can catch replays of this webinar as needed under previously recorded webinars in the webinars section of the Help Center. But genuinely appreciate your time. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.